All right, welcome to Evolution Rewired. So in this video, I'm going to show you the path. First, I'm going to reveal exactly what the path is. I'm going to show you the unlocks. Then I'm going to show you the origin story. And then I'm going to show you a proven roadmap. I'm going to also show you how to get teammates. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the action step that you need to take to start. So we have a big problem now. The problem is that we have the most access to information ever, but we are the most distracted that we've ever been. So the internet access does not equal knowledge. Just because we have so much access to the internet doesn't mean that we're actually applying all of that knowledge. We have so much information, but yet we're not making enough progress. We have things like video games. We have people doom scrolling on social media. We have all these fake influencers and gurus telling us what to do. We have all this fake news that we don't even confirm if it's true or not. We have people using ChatGPT and AI to make content, right? And the second thing is that there's information, but that doesn't mean that there's implementation being made. Just because you're consuming all this information does not mean that you're applying it. So we know what to do and we're still not doing it, right? We're suffering because we're being distracted the entire time. And having information is just not enough anymore. So the solution that I propose is that you need to gamify your life. I'm going to explain what that means in a second. But my vision here is I want to transform your life into a video game that you design. And the problem is that people are addicted to video games and social media, but they're not using it to leveraging it for success. My mission is to program at least 1 million players for success using science-based gamified life design. So the solution here is to gamify your life, right? We need to use video game mechanics for success. Life, just like a game, is just like a game. First, you have to learn the rules of the game and then play it better than everyone else. Albert Einstein. And then we need to use technology to gamify our life. So life is a game board. Time is your opponent. If you procrastinate, you will lose the game. You must make a move to be victorious. Napoleon Hill. So what is gamification? So gamification is applying the game mechanics like points, competition, rules, the progress to other areas of life. So my philosophy is that life is a video game and people want to level up, right? They want to progress, but leveling up requires you to go into the dark cave, experiment, fail, keep trying different ways to get to the other side. But the thing is that if someone goes first, and they go through the dark cave. While they are in there, they are taking all the damage and all the scars. Then they come out the other side with a map. And then they show people the map, letting those people make the same amount of progress in 1/10 of the time without a single scratch. So first, I want to talk a little bit about technology. So the thing is that as technology increases, you become more bored and more anxious. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Meaning that you become so addicted to like scrolling on social media and playing video games, but then you also get mad really quickly and you just give up on things because it's hard, right? So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you understand how to reach a flow state. Because right here, and if the challenge level is too high and things are too hard, you get frustrated and then you're dealt with a lot of anxiety. But if the skill level, if you start gaining a lot of skill, then you start to become really good and things start to get boring. So you need to be right in the middle, right there, right in the middle, where first you're onboarding, right? Getting to learn the tutorial of all the things, then you're building your habits, and then you can master it. So I spent 10 years solving a problem, and now I help other people solve it in 6 months. I'm going to give you a couple of famous examples. These people on the internet, these influencers, there's a lot of them that speak all the time. They talk about how life is a game. And they speak as if life is a simulation and they're just trying to hack the algorithm. Somebody like Elon Musk always talks about video games. You know, he's the one of the top Diablo players in the world right now. He's playing a game that's so hard, and yet he's owning most of the world. He's making a huge impact, whether you like him or you hate him. Same thing with Alex Hormozy. He always talks about life being a game and how you need to like use the game of business to like elevate your life and stuff like that. Also, Andrew Tate, like him or hate him, a lot of his videos always talks about life is a game, right? Glitch in the matrix, right? You have to do a money glitch. Like he talks in these gaming terms, and that's what really appeals a lot of young men. And Tom Bilyeu, you know, the creator of Quest Nutrition, he always talks about gamification, talks about ways that you can like make life easier by making it into a game. So you don't need to be a gamer in order to gamify your life. You're already playing the game because you're living. So the unlocks, the great online game. Right? The definition of a video game is a game in which a player controls moving pictures on the screen by pushing buttons. That is exactly what you're doing right now. That is exactly what you're doing when you're playing, when you're scrolling on social media, when you're looking through YouTube. You're moving around, pushing buttons on the screen. So the online game is free to play, and it starts simply by realizing that you are playing a game. But if you hit the right buttons on the controller and in the right order, and you do it for a long enough period of time, then you will just achieve your goals. That's just what happens. So, character selection. If you care about fitness, self-improvement, and gamification, then a gamified life is the best way to live. Gamified systems are the most enjoyable way to reach your peak physical fitness and your mental fitness. So this is the trifecta of Evolution Rewired. So first, the fitness portion. Execute daily activities with optimal performance, endurance, and strength. Then you have the self-improvement aspect, which is becoming a better person, increasing your knowledge, skills, or character traits. And then you have the gamification aspect, which is applying game design elements and game principles to your life. And that is what Evolution Rewired consists of. So before, you're probably unhealthy, you're inconsistent at doing things, and you have low amount of energy. Afterwards, your goal is to have a healthy physique, to enjoy life, and to actually have confidence in what you're doing. A healthy man wants 1,000 things, and a sick man only wants one. Confucius. He wants to be healthy again. So I'm going to give you an example of my client here, Elijah. So he went from being unhealthy and unconfident to now absolutely confident and healthy. Look at him. And on my Instagram, I go more into detail on exactly what he did. But as you see here, he lost 40 pounds, he lost a lot of body fat, and he increased his energy levels by, figuring out exactly what to eat, exactly how to train, and how much water to intake, how much sleep, steps, everything. But who am I? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who's this handsome guy here? Who the hell is he? So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about who I am and my life story. So first, that broken heart right there first began with a divorce. My parents got divorced at an early age, and that led me to basically, not understanding life and seeing conflict and really going down a different path. Started hanging out with a bunch of friends. I started playing a lot of video games. I started to smoke weed, drink alcohol, I guess, do that type of stuff, degenerate stuff. And then a couple years down the line, what happened was that my mother got sick and she wasn't taking care of herself, wasn't taking care of her health. And I was visiting the hospital often during that phase of my life. And that's when I really started to discover how important health is, because I don't want to be the type of person that really just disregards their health. And so that's what led me to really develop a gym routine, stay consistent and working out, right? And figure out this whole fitness thing. Because if I'm going to live life, I needed to figure that out. That is something that I wasn't going to give up on. And so I went to school, I went to college. I spent years training. I still didn't really have the right physique. Still didn't really understand everything fitness related. Then around that time, COVID hit, and that was probably like the worst year of my entire life. But that was when I made the most progress when it comes to figuring out this entire fitness thing, just because everything got cut off and spent a lot of time with myself, and it really developed me into the person that I am today. And so after that, I ended up getting a coaching job for a health and wellness facility, and I ended up coaching other people. And that's when I really started to find my groove and figure out my purpose in life. So my purpose is health and fitness. I believe that the perfect path to living a good life is this. First things first, you need to work on your health. A lot of people want to go ahead and start getting money first, or or make a lot of relationships, make a lot of friends first, or focus on happiness and start indulging in hedonism. But the first thing that you need to do is really work on your health, because you work on your health too late, you start working on health too late, you will regret it later down the line. So the first path is your health. Then as you start to really get healthy and understand how health works, then you can start making more relationships with other people that are also healthy. And then as you make those relationships, you guys can start to make money together and create wealth. And when you have all those things, then that's when you can truly be happy and really focus on happiness and your passion, and live life that way. I believe that if you die with all four, you win at the game of life. So, the roadmap. 3 years ago, I found a formula for fitness and created a gamified system. And after working with 100 plus clients in person and unlocking 2 different nutritional certifications, I noticed that almost every coach followed. And I noticed the patterns that every coach followed and that almost every client had. I spent years gathering this information, and you would too, except that you can just follow my proven roadmap and it'll be the easiest way to achieve peak gamified fitness. So this is the roadmap without giving too much away, because it's a really in-depth process. There are 3 phases. So first is a tutorial, obviously, right? This is where you kickstart your journey and you learn the step-by-step plan. Then phase 2 is rewire. And you need to unlearn all your bad habits, rewire your mind, and you need to learn these new habits and start new quests. And then phase 3 is evolving. Once you rewire your mind and you're ready in doing these new habits, then that's when you start to achieve your optimal fitness and focusing on the 5 pillars of health and fitness, and then focus on skill stacks. And then that's when you will continue to level up, you will complete more quests in life, and then you will continue to optimize your health until that skill becomes integrated and part of your lifestyle. So I'm going to go into the 8 core drives for gamification. These are the 8 core human drives, all right? So this is for people who want to accomplish their goals without being bored. So the first thing is epic meaning and calling. So you need to find your purpose, because if you don't know your why, then you're just not going to play it. Just like in a video game, if you don't know why you're even playing this game, why the hell play it? The second thing is development and accomplishment. So tracking your progress. In a game, all of your progress is already tracked on the screen, all your stats are already there. But in real life, you need to take note and you need to track the progress yourself. Creativity and feedback. You need to start experimenting and failing, trying new things. That's the whole point of life. You need to try a bunch of new things. So when you find that one thing, you already keep that and you don't need to try any new things again. You need to, keep getting feedback and keep trying and iterating. The fourth thing is ownership and possession. So just personal custom. You need to customize your own thing. There's so many people that I see that they just copy and paste and they think that it's going to work for them. They copy and paste a meal plan. They copy and paste a program. They copy and paste life advice and think that because it worked for this person, it's going to work for me. But that's not how it works. You need to customize it to your own lifestyle. The fifth one is social influence and relatedness. You need teamwork. You need other people by your side to help you get to your goals faster. Honestly, like when you're playing a game, it's boring playing by yourself. But when you play multiplayer and you get a group and you get a party together, it is much more fun and enjoyable. Scarcity and impatience. You need to set a time limit. That is the thing. You need to set a time limit. You think that you're gonna live forever, nothing's ever gonna happen, you have all the time in the world, and that's why you're not getting far. That's why. You need to set a time limit. You need to do it. You need to really be impatient with actions and patience with results. Unpredictability and curiosity. I like this one because it shows that you need to really have random rewards in your life. If life is too boring and predictable and you're not really curious about stuff, it's really hard for you to make progress. So you need those random rewards, like the random box to open and something randomly popping out of that box, like in a game. And the last thing is loss and avoidance. So you need a negative consequence to something. You need to either invest in some way to where it gives you a negative consequence, or you need to put yourself in a bad situation to where a negative consequence happens. Too many people are playing it safe. You need some sort of punishment to why. For example, like if I say I want to lose 10 pounds and by next year and I don't lose the weight, there needs to be some sort of punishment in place. If not, I'm just not going to care. I'm just not going to care if I don't hit it. I'm not taking it serious. So the only thing that matters when it comes to fitness is how to eat whatever you want and still stay lean, how to exercise at the bare minimum and still make gains, and how to gamify your lifestyle habits and mindset to enjoy making progress. This is how to get teammates. So how to get support and become fit. Teamwork is by far the easiest way to make progress on your goals. The easiest way. So I'm going to give you 3 options right now. You have 3 choices. You can either do nothing and stay in the same cycle that you're in right now. You can either be relentless and apply everything that you learn and test it and learn for yourself while doing it all alone. Or you can team up with somebody else who has already beaten the game to get there with somebody else and get there way faster than you would on your own. So what I offer is fitness coaching. I do coaching calls to create a plan and upgrade your mindset for the next phase in your life. I do weekly check-ins to update your quest progression and your levels. And I also do daily texts and accountability to make sure that you don't fall off and you stay on the right path. So I'm going to give you some cheat codes, all right? These are the cheat codes on how to rewire your brain for success, okay? On your journey, there are no shortcuts, okay? But there are cheat codes that you can enter to speed up your gameplay. And if you want those cheat codes, then you're going to need to follow this and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. This is the action step that I want you to take. Only for those people that want to start a new game and not play on their old save file. I want you to click the link in the description and fill out the application and book a call to work together with me.